Hello dear traders, welcome to InstaForex TV channel. You are watching the weekly link up with me, Takhmina Salomova. In this edition, we are going to discuss recent developments of some major currency pairs. Besides, technical analyst Petr Vikimovic will help us forecast further dynamics of the popular trading instruments. During the whole week, the euro was struggling to recover losses against the US dollar. The American currency lost ground across the board as traders worried at the lack of progress in the long-awaited tax cut reform, which was the keynote pledge in Donald Trump's election campaign. Hi Petr, do you think the euro will be able to accelerate the pace of the rally next week?
Hello dear traders. I'm expecting further lower price on the euro versus US dollar. The analysis from my previous forecast is still valid and active, since the euro basically did a successful rejection of the neckline and the strong head and shoulders formation and potential strong topping activity in the background. So there is a strong weakness in the background following by successful tests of the neckline, which is a clear sign for me that sellers are in control of this currency pair on the short-term perspective, and then you should watch for selling opportunities. Now, about the targets. The first downward target is at the price of 1.1480, which is basically target based on the previous price action according to a daily time frame. The second target is at the price of 1.1250, which is basically a projection of this head and shoulders formation. Again, overall selling opportunities on the rally with the first downward target at the 1.1480.
In other words, you anticipate growing demand for the US dollar. Do you expect the greenback to rise versus the pound sterling?
I'm expecting lower price of the British pound versus US dollar. What I found basically there is a rejection from the monthly pivot point, and there is actually a sideways, let's say, consolidation. And my expectation is basically that this is a redistribution phase by professionals, and that they just want to redistribute in the next period this currency pair. The strong weakness starting from the shooting star at the top, according to the daily time frame, actually was a strong sign that professionals started to sell this currency pair. Now, in this redistribution phase, my advice is basically to watch for selling opportunities with a first target set at the price of 1.3025, which is basically a swing low based on the previous price action according to the daily time frame. And the second downward target is at the price of 1.2850, and the third target is at the price of 1.2780. I also found a dodgy candle and basically on the rally, which is a sign basically that the demand, there is a very weak demand, and the professionals may start to rebuild their selling position. So watch for selling opportunities on this currency pair.
Is it possible to make a clear-cut forecast the dollar-yen pair?
I'm expecting an upward price in the USD versus Japanese yen. Right now, I found basically there's a testing of the 20 exponential moving average, and in the background we saw that the short-term trend is bullish, and we got a series of the lower, the higher lows and the higher highs, which is a sign basically that demand is in control generally in the short-term perspective. Now, my advice is basically to watch for buying opportunities with the first upward target at the price of 114.60 and the second target at the price of 115.50. There is also positive momentum watching the MACD oscillator, which is another sign of the demand is basically in control. So watch for buying opportunities on the dips on the USD versus Japanese yen.
From your viewpoint, are commodity currencies likely to weaken against the US dollar? Let's consider, for example, the forecast of the AUDUSD pair.
I'm expecting a lower price on the Australian dollar versus US dollar. As alleged in my previous forecast, there is a successful rejection of 0.7735, which basically was good support, and the Australian broke this support. It became a very good resistance, and price I found a successful rejection of this level, which is a strong sign of the weakness. Now, my advice is to watch for selling opportunities since there is a weakness in the background, and watch for downward targets. For example, first target sets the price of 0.7550, and the second target is at the price of 340, which is basically the demand zone from the previous price action in the background. So watch for selling opportunities on this currency pair.
Thank you, Petr, for your valuable trading recommendations. See you next Friday. You watch the weekly link up presented by InstaForex experts from Serbia, Petr Vikimovic, and me, Takhmina Salomova. Trade at a profit with InstaForex. Don't miss our next edition.